All right, ladies and gentlemen, and work experience students, we're going to talk about the bad. Last time we talked about the good of compound interest. Now we're going to talk about the evils of compound interest. What could be bad about compound interest? All right, so look this up on the internet and find out what percent of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Write that down. And then what is the average credit card debt in America? And finally, how much money did the credit card industry make last year? And and then what did Americans get for that money? So what I'm saying is, so look up how much money the credit card industry made last year, right? So that means that Americans gave them that much money, right, in profit. And so what did Americans get for that money? So there's like millions and millions of dollars spent on credit. What did we get for all that? Okay, and so the ugly of compounding interest. All right, how much does the average American spend on car payments? Answer that. And answer this. What is the interest cost on a $30,000 car at 4%? All right, so let's look at this calculator and see if we can figure this out. Okay, so if you're watching this video, make sure you find this the spiel, and then you can just click on this link. And I changed it to 7%. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. Okay, so if we have a $30,000 car, I changed it to 7%, which hopefully it'd be better than that. But some people pay up to 15% interest on a car. I heard a guy on the radio just the other day. And so I put a zero down payment. And so you can see that for that car, he's paying $5,600 in interest. So he paid 30 for the car, but ended up paying out the door after it was all said and done 38 after he paid taxes and interest. But that's a lot of money, 5,000. What did he get for that? He got to get the car right away. Okay, but he would have been better off if he had saved up that money. So let's take a look at the next thing. How much would you make if you invested that much money for 20 years at 10% interest rate? So let's take a look at if we took that 5,000, we're going to copy that 5,642. So I'm going to copy this, and then we're going to go to this site. And same thing is if you're watching this video, find this PowerPoint spiel in Google Classroom or wherever it's found, and let's take a look at this thing. Okay, so how much money have you saved for retirement? So we're going to put in that, and what do we say? Let's say 12%. Let's calculate. Oh, current age. Okay, let's say. Well, I'll just pretend I'm you. I'm 18 years old. Or no, you're 17. Okay, let's calculate what that. I'm going to put 0 for that. We just want to find out. Oh, it doesn't like that. Let's try that. No? Oh, I gotta figure out what's wrong with this thing. Okay, so look at these numbers. So if you put in that $5,000 for you guys, it's going to be in 50 years, it's going to be worth $2 million. So that's a significant amount of money. So why am I showing you this? Because a lot of people I know, they buy a new car like every 3 years or whatever. And the thing is there's nothing wrong with buying a new car. Buying a new car is great if you pay cash for it. But the idea of just constantly buying new cars and paying all that interest is you're basically killing your retirement unless you can actually afford to buy the car and put a ton of money into retirement as well. So the idea is if you're paying interest to a bank or to a credit card on things like a car, is you're taking away the opportunity to get that. Basically, compounding interest is working against you. You're paying compounding interest to somebody else, as opposed to if you were to put that money into a retirement account, compound interest is working for you. Okay, which way can you buy more goods? Paying cash or buying things on credit. So I think we just showed that you can get stuff faster if you use a credit card or you take out a loan, but overall, you're using up all your money on giving compounding interest to them, and then you don't get it for yourself. So overall, you get more good stuff if you pay cash. You don't get it as fast at the beginning, but overall, you get more. Okay, if you buy stuff on credit, the bank gets the compounding interest and they get rich off of you. If you buy stuff with cash and invest the money you would have paid to the banks, you get the compound interest and get to be the one getting rich. So that's the better idea. Not that getting rich is the most important thing, but being financially stable allows you to be a little bit more relaxed. It allows you to live well. It allows you to give well. And that is my recommendation. All right. Would you rather have compound interest working for you, invest, have money, have less stress, and retire with dignity, or have compound interest work against you, have no money, have a poor retirement, no security, and a life of worry? That's a rhetorical question. All right, so here is my wonderful plan for your financial life. So if I could wave a magic wand and make you do stuff, here's what I'd have you do. I would have you get a job that you like. I'd have you get a job that you're good at. I'd have you enjoy it and work to be really, really good at what you do, but something that you make good money at. And so right now I'd have you work towards that good job, increase your income, increase your streams of income. And what I mean by increase your streams of income is instead of just having one job that makes money, have a couple things making money. So have some investments that make money, maybe have some rental homes that make money, maybe start a side business that makes some money. But if you get multiple streams of income, that's helpful. All right, I would like for you guys to have a money plan, which is called a budget. So that's you have figured out what you're going to do with your money. I'd like you to save and have an emergency fund and a sinking fund. We'll talk about those things, but an emergency fund is money that is exactly what it sounds like, money you just keep away only for an emergency. A sinking fund is a fund where you save up for something fun. So like right now, my wife and I, we are saving up to do a couple fun trips. So we have a sinking fund where we stash the money away, and when it comes time for the trip, we have the money there. So for you guys, it might be like rims for your car, or it might be a stereo, could be college. So I'd like for you guys to invest in the stock market, real estate, and in some sort of retirement account. I'd like you to stay out of debt. So avoid credit cards, interest, student loans, car loans, payday loans, any sort of credit or loan. We'll talk about that. There's a way to use credit well, and we'll talk about that later. But for the most part, stay out of debt. I would like you to use credit wisely. So basically, you can use a credit card and get a good credit score without paying interest, and we'll talk about that later. But earn a good credit score so that you can buy a house. So most people can't afford to buy a house with cash. So having a good credit score allows you to buy a house for cheaper. A good thing about all these things is it allows you to have some extra money, and you can be generous and give, and that is good for the people you give to and the charities you give to. But it's also good for you. It makes you a happier person. And I want you to be happy and live and retire with dignity. So, and I have a story about. I won't tell that story right now. All right. So that's it for now. And the next one, we're going to watch some stuff from Dave Ramsey. So I think that's it for today.